Guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Today is makeup series number 3 and we are going to discuss putting powder under our eyes to set in our concealer. Should we or shouldn't we? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about the powders, pressed, for fine milled, from drugstore to high end. So let's jump in to this video. Guys, if you are new here and this is your first time, welcome. My name is Belinda. I am a self-taught mature makeup artist here on YouTube. Excuse me. I like to do tutorials, teaching techniques, reviews, unboxings, skincare. Once in a while I'll do a cooking video. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, please hit that subscribe button and take the bell to all so you don't miss a notification. And don't forget to smash that thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. It helps my channel out so much if you guys interact with me, and I would really appreciate it. So now let's get into this video. Okay, so the last video I did, we discussed concealers, different types of concealers, and mature skin, because I am 50 years old and I do have mature skin. Over the last 4 years of my journey, I have learned that the more you put under the eye, the more creasing that you could have. So less is more. And that's what I'm trying to teach you all. Less is more. Trends change. When I got into the game, it was baking, the triangle, setting the, just kind of the way that drag do. Basically, that was the makeup game. I've learned over the years as trends change, and less is more. And if you are a mature woman, a dewy luminous face is going to be better than a matte face, because it's not going to show all of your lines and texture and things like that. So we want to try to keep that from happening underneath our eyes. So today we're going to talk about 3 or 4 powders. I don't have a whole lot of powders. I have a couple that I love and a couple that I keep on hand. Now, first of all, we have finely milled powders. This is the Maybelline Fit Me. It is drugstore, and I have had this powder couple of years. It's still good. Some things don't go bad exactly when they say it does, but I still use it. And I have it in 2 colors. I have it in fair and translucent. And then the second powder that I have is the Fenty Pro Filter in Butter. Now, I really like this one because it's blurring. So it kind of blurs underneath the eyes. It kind of blurs out everything and makes you look like a filter. And then I do have the Huda in the little mini, and I like this one a lot. And I also have the Laura Mercier, which I love and I use very, very sparingly. I got this, I think, in a BoxyCharm, and it's a very good powder, but I don't use it a lot because I don't want to run out, and it is expensive. But we're going to put Laura Mercier on one side today, and we're going to talk about technique. And then another palette that I use a lot that I do like is the Jaclyn and setting palette. She has 4 or 5 different shade ranges. As you can tell, I have wore this one out and I'm going on of hit and pan on this one. I love these powders. They do make a difference in the face appearing brighter and smoother. So we'll use this one on one side and we'll use the Laura Mercier on the other. And then we also have powders that will blur your pores. And this is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores loose powder. Now, if you have large pores and you want to set your foundation, if you're going to go out and it's hot, you want to set your foundation, you could go in with this. And basically all you would need to do is just take a powder brush and dip this down into your powder. And my pores are here, and on my nose, and right through here is where I usually use this powder. So this kind of blurs the pores. That is one that I do like a lot. So now let's talk about technique. Now you can use a powder or you can use a poof. I prefer a poof because for one, you can buy these off Amazon. I have them in my storefront. They fit perfectly right underneath the eye. You can get right up underneath the eye and set. And you can pull all the way up if you have pulled your concealer up to here. So we're going to go in with the Poof powder, or the Poof and the Laura Mercier powder. And what I like to do is I like to get the powder on my Poof and I like to dig it in there. And you see I have quite a bit on there. Now I like to dab the excess off on the back of my hand, and the reason I do that is so I'm not piling powder underneath my eye. So we are going to go in and we are going to set my concealer because I have already done my concealer. If you need to grab a little bit more, you can pick up what you've got on the back of your hand. Now, as you can see, that did a huge difference between this eye and this eye. See how much more blurred that is than this eye. Now we are going to go in with the Jaclyn palette, and I'm going to get a different Poof because the Laura Mercier is a different powder, a different formula. And I'm going to go into this banana shade and this coconut shade. So I'm going into this one and this one. The banana is supposed to be brightening, so here they are. I'm going to pat that off on the back of my hand. And now I'm going to go up and underneath the eye. Now you can definitely see where the Jaclyn Cosmetics is brighter. That banana and the coconut is a brighter texture, a brighter powder than the Laura Mercier. The Laura Mercier is translucent, but can you see the difference in my eyes? I see it. I just want to know if you can see it. So, if you cannot tell, this is smoother than this. And I didn't put more on. I put the same amount. It's just the difference in the quality. You can see a little bit of lines still here. I'm going to take that off. So the higher price that you pay for your powder, it does matter. That's why I don't use my Laura Mercier all the time, because I don't want to run out of it, because it's so precious to me. Now, the Fenty Pro Filter, I like this powder a lot and I use it a lot. I love this palette. It really does brighten up the face. I prefer this side more than this side because it's the Laura Mercier. You pay for what you're getting, more or less. But there's lots of good powders out on the market. I mean, there's drugstore powders that are really, really good. Now, I use this one at Halloween. If it wasn't for the smell, I would use this one all the time. This is the Coty Airspun. I can't stand the smell. It smells like old lady cosmetics. No offense to my mama or any grandmothers out there, but it does. It smells like mature women cosmetics. But it's a great powder and it does its job. I just can't stand the smell. Some people like the smell, and I've had this for several years too, but I use this at Halloween time whenever I'm doing Halloween looks. But now this is a really good powder that you can get at the drugstore that will do the same thing, if not more, as the Jaclyn Cosmetics. It's the number 7. Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Translucent Finishing Powder. Okay, so what's the difference between a setting powder and a finishing powder? Okay, a setting powder, just like what we just used, the Laura Mercier, that is to set your makeup in place. A finishing powder, and I do have one over here that I can use as an example too. This is a pure nude highlighter, but it also sets the makeup in place. So it's a finishing powder. It was recommended to me by my friend Joey Riddle, and it really makes your face look beautiful after you are done. I mean, that's the last step you need to take, is to apply this, and it kind of goes along with the Jaclyn. That's what hers is set for, a finishing, brightening, complex powder. So this is the essence, and I really like that. But this is a setting powder and finishing powder in one, so you can use it as both. And I have used this one a lot. I don't know if you can tell, but it's about to hit pan. But I have several powders that I like. I've got some that I don't. Now, the Jeffree Star powder is bomb AF. That's all I can say. His powder is the most perfect powder I have tried on the market besides the Laura Mercier. I love Jeffree's powder, and I don't think that I have any left. Oh, I do. I lied. I have a little bit, but I'm saving it for a special occasion. Let's see if we can get it in there. Well, it's not a whole lot, but that's about, you can see it's not all the way around. It's kind of stuck in one place, but I have very little, and I love this powder. It's so good. But that is setting your under eyes. To set or not to set. If you are oily and your makeup slides, set that stuff. If you are dry and your makeup doesn't go anywhere, you don't have to set. It's all a preference, really. If you're dry, if you don't want to set, don't set. Don't build up underneath the eyes. There is so many days that I do not set my under eyes. Like if I'm going out shopping, to the grocery store, or going to the doctor's office, I don't do full glam to go out. But if you are oily and your makeup does tend to start to come off at the midday, use that powder. Use it. And two, I didn't show you like pressing your powder in on the sides of your nose after you have contoured. That is another thing that you can do. I'm going to show you just a little bit of what this one will do. This essence powder, it has just a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's just so beautiful. It's $2.97, and it really just makes the face look so beautiful. It's not heavy, but it has just the littlest hint. I can see, some highlighter, and I haven't even highlighted going on. This is a great powder to set your face for the end of the day after you've done your makeup and you're ready to go out the door. But always remember to take off the excess powder, dry ladies, please, and oily ladies. You don't need that excess powder creeping and creping up underneath your eyes. Less is more. Always remember that. Less is more, less is more, less is more. With everything, less is more. I hope this was helpful. If there is a subject that any of you are having trouble with, please drop it in the comments. I know I wasn't really active a whole lot last week. I've got a lot of health stuff going on with my foot, and I'm in a lot of pain, and I'm trying my best to pop out some videos for you guys, and I'm trying to get the giveaway going. I'm going, instead of doing one big giveaway, I think I'm doing 4. And I'm going to do one on Twitter, one on Instagram, one here, and one on TikTok for all of my supporters. So that's how I'm going to break it up, and they will be worldwide, so international will be involved. So I'm not leaving anyone out. Just give me a little time to get things together to put them in a pile as a giveaway. But I have a lot of makeup, guys, that I have been buying, putting back, things that I bought and never used. So I've got so much makeup to do for this 1K giveaway, and I really need your guys' support on here. I need you to follow, subscribe, comment. Have a conversation with me down in the comments. I will answer you back. I answer everyone back. If I don't see your comment, it's because YouTube has hit it, and I have to go into YouTube Studio, and there I'm like, oh my gosh, there's 100 comments in here. Why aren't they on my video? Why can't I see them underneath my video? So if that's the issue, I want you to know that's why, because YouTube has hid them, and I have to go into YouTube Studio and see my comments. But I hope this was helpful. Next is foundation and matching your foundation. So if anybody has any questions about that, please drop them in the comments now. I will shoot that next week and get it out for you next week. I may shoot it this weekend, depends on what all. My dogs have not been groomed in almost 2 months too, so I've got so much to do and no help. But let me know in the comments what you thought of this video. Was it helpful to you? If it was helpful, please smash that like button and throw me like tons of hearts. Just talk to me. Just interact with me. That's the way my videos are going to get out there more to others that don't know about me. If you are a mature woman and you are appreciating this mature woman's content, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, guys. So that's all for this one. Let's do an unboxing with BoxyCharm right now. We're going to do some eyes. That one will be up too this week, I hope. So I love you all. I hope this was helpful. And on to series 1, episode 4 next week is foundation and how to match your foundation. If you have any more questions or thoughts about the series, please let me know. I love you guys. Stay blessed.